I'm Dr. Katy White. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Los Angeles Christian Health Centers. So our work can feel like facing a crowd of 5,000 hungry people with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. I can relate to the disciples feeling overwhelmed as they looked at all those people and asked Jesus, where will we get enough bread to feed everyone? At LACHC these days, it seems like the crowd is growing. Our crowd is uninsured, hungry, homeless, and often in great pain. But each person matters to God and to us. Let me tell you about 2 from just this week. John, I'll call him, showed up to our Pico Aliso site a few days ago as standby number 12. We've been known to see up to 30 standby patients in one day at Pico Aliso. He graduated a while back from the drug rehab program at the Los Angeles Mission across the street from Joshua House, but he had fallen onto hard times and had relapsed. He spent 9 days at the county hospital for an infection so bad that he had to have a skin graft from his thigh to his arm. Unfortunately, John also has an underlying mental illness, so instead of going to a skilled nursing facility so he could heal properly, he ended up on the streets. He had a complicated dressing, and they told him to keep the wound moist, so he just kept pouring water on the same dressing over and over again for a couple weeks. He finally came to see us because he had high fevers, pain, and a foul odor. Our nurse Susan and a nursing student Thomas literally spent 3 hours soaking off the old dressing and cleaning the wounds. And over that time, my partner Christina, who's here tonight, painstakingly removed 89 staples from his arm, ordered an antibiotic shot, and prescribed antibiotics for him for the smoldering infection. Susan is a prayer warrior, and she was able to pray for John and the pain in his arm. With the love, care, and time our staff dedicated to him, he was able to trust us enough by the end of the visit to agree to see our case manager about housing and getting him in to see a psychiatrist. But this was costly to us. It cost time, energy, and resources. John needed a lot of bread, and we see so many others like him. 2 days ago, I saw Anna, a longtime patient of mine who used to work nights cleaning libraries and cared for her ill parents, who were also my patients. Unfortunately, she suffered work injuries of her shoulder, arm, and hands, and then couldn't do her manual labor job. Then she lost both her parents, and things fell apart for her, leaving her homeless, without enough food, unable to care well for her teenage son. Over the last couple of years, our clinic manager, George, has actually brought her food and clothing, as he occasionally does without being asked. But her diabetes is out of control. She has chronic pain, she's severely depressed, and she avoids coming in because she can't pay for the transportation, and she's ashamed about some underlying drug use. This week, she courageously asked me, what should I do when I'm alone and I think about hurting myself? We talked about suicide hotlines, small steps to improve her health. I prescribed some medicine. I encouraged her to come in for therapy. I prayed for her and cried later. And in that moment, I was reminded that we are not alone. Jesus was with us. Honestly, I felt like the bread I gave her was not enough, but it's what I had to give. Jesus fed the 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, but we see dozens of Annas and Johns every day. We ask ourselves, where are we going to get enough bread to feed all these people? We need reminders that Jesus is here, even in the suffering and brokenness. We need to see the loaves and the fish multiplying to meet all the needs. Thank you for your part in helping multiply this bread and these fish. We really need your financial partnership to have bread to give, and we need your prayers and your spiritual encouragement to help us to trust Jesus to be the bread when we are tempted to just see the 5,000 hungry people. Thank you.